Mike Greenberg had to carry most of the rest of the show by himself. And it's like, it just really wasn't the same. He really doesn't have the gravitas to carry the show by himself. Where someone like a Colin Cowherd, he does the show by himself every day. He can carry it by himself.
Right.
Jim Rome, I don't even like it when he brings on like his viewers and all that kind of stuff that he does. He can carry an entire show by himself, doing the interviews, doing his rants. I mean, he can carry it by himself. But Mike and Mike, they are a team,
right?
And they do well together.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, it's the same kind of deal with movies. It's like, know your role, basically. I mean, if you know your role, you're going to be much happier and you're going to be much better at what you do.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're a Will Ferrell, don't go for a movie that you can do. Don't go for, like, the remake of Ace Ventura, where Jim Carrey easily carried that movie by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim Carrey, at least in his prime, he hasn't done it as much recently.
No, nobody saw Mr. Popper's.
No one really cares, but it's going to make a lot of money because it's Jim Carrey, and that's kind of what it does.
Made a lot of money, but anyways,
I guess that's true.
Yeah, I would venture to say that, you know, right now, Jim Carrey is not a movie star, quote unquote. You know, he's not a person that can carry a movie by himself. Will Smith is one of those guys.
Yes.
Christian Bale is one of those guys. He's become one of those guys now.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is one of those guys now. Let's see, who's some other big name actors that Tom Cruise.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks can carry a movie by himself. Granted,
I think Tom Cruise needs a good story if he wants to carry a movie by himself.
That's true. Because Night and Day sucked.
Yeah, and like Mission Impossible 1 and 3 were good. Mission Impossible 2, I think they were limited by the story a little bit. But like in those movies, he had a really good story that he was dealing with. I mean, it was like Mission Impossible 3, I thought was a really good story. Mission Impossible 1 was a really great story.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 2, I think the story lacked, and that kind of made the rest of it lack. And so I think no matter how good of an I mean, maybe someone like a Tom Hanks in his prime, it doesn't matter what the story was. It didn't matter anything. He was going to carry a movie no matter what it was. He could sit there on a chair drinking a beer and just talking, and you would go and see it when he was in his prime.
That's basically Forrest Gump minus the beer. But
exactly.
In Jim Carrey, like we said, during his prime, it didn't matter what he was in, people would go to see it. I mean, people saw Ace Ventura 2, that wasn't that great of a movie, but people still saw it. You know, Liar Liar, Ace Ventura 1, what else did he got? Dumb and Dumber. You know, he carried movies. Obviously, Dumb and Dumber's not a good example of him carrying it by himself, but he was still, I would say, the drawing force.
Yeah, I was going to say he drew it in, but it was Jeff Bridges. No, Jeff Bridges is the other one. Daniels. I always mix those two up. Yeah. But Jeff Daniels, I mean, you went there for Jim Carrey, but you left there quoting both of them. You thought both of them did a great job.
And so, anymore, there's not a whole lot of movie-carrying actors anymore. I wouldn't say, Tobey Maguire after his Spider-Man stint, I don't think he would be one.
I don't think he could carry the movie for Spider-Man. I think that's what Spider-Man's problem came to, is that they thought that he could.
Yeah,
but I mean, it was the first one. It was the bad guy who carried it in that one.
Oh, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe. I mean, not carried it, but that was a good secondary actor that really brought people in and really made the story to it.
And Tobey Maguire's twin, Jake Gyllenhaal, I don't think he can carry a movie.
And the Prince of Persia, that just looked terrible.
Yeah, or Source Code, nobody. I mean, none of these movies have done exceptionally well, and that's what you look for, unless you have some sort of franchise such as, Harry Potter, or Spider-Man, or Batman. If the name doesn't draw, then they're not a movie star. Will Smith, it doesn't matter what you put him in, it's going to make $150 million.
Exactly. And what I'm sad about Will Smith, as we're on Will Smith, I'm sad that he doesn't make a rap for every movie that he's in anymore. I always thought that was awesome. I mean, the Men in Black rap was great. Wild Wild West, underrated movie, great. Underrated movie. I thought it was really good. People probably went in there comparing it to the TV show too much, comparing it to... If you go in there realizing what the movie's going to be, then it's good. Like, I have very loose taste in movies. I like pretty much every movie I see. But basically, I go into a movie and I know what I'm expecting. I don't go into something like a Wild Wild West thinking that, oh god, this is going to be just the funniest movie ever. No, I mean, it was a funny movie that had action in it and was going to keep you interested for an hour and a half, because it was a shorter movie. It was going to keep you interested. And I went in there realizing that, and I enjoyed myself.
I'm glad that you treat your movies like your women.
Low expectations.
Yes, low expectations.
Oh,
just
you
be
should have
happy
seen the
to,
girlfriends I had in high school. Ooh,
You're just
that's
happy
low
to be entertained
expectations.
for an hour and a half.
Or
Alright.
3.5 minutes, maybe even 4.
Yeah, depends. Depends on the hand grip.
Exactly.
Shit, G.I. Joe Kung Fu action hand grip, and watch out.
Road update. We're going by this Cruise America RV. We have now, him and I are kind of been going back and forth. He passes me, I pass him.
I believe this is the second time we passed him, at least.
Probably, at least that far.
We are passing Ukiah, for all of you Oregon natives that know exactly where that is at. And for those of you that don't, well, neither do we.
There's a car behind me that's going to be pissed because I need to get out of this lane towing a trailer. But there is a Nissan that's in my way that I'm not going to be able to get past very quickly.
Goddamn Pathfinders!
I know.
Just kidding.
I know.
Really
And there's 2 cars. See, I feel bad. I'm such a...
conscientious driver?
Pretty much. It's like I hate people thinking that I'm an asshole when I'm driving, you know? I really don't want people to think that because I don't try to be. But that van was probably like, dude, why the fuck is this Jeep towing a trailer being such a jerk off right now?
It's like, I'm really trying to go, I promise, and I'm going to get over as quick as possible. I'm not going to sit here and with my blinker on waiting 10 seconds after I pass the car to eventually change lanes. That's what drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Alright,
exactly. I was going to get over as soon as I can. Let's see how long this uphill is going to be.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes to go, so...
Okay, yeah, let's take a break.
Alright. Close it out, or...?
Well, okay, either that or take a break. We can always come back again.
Yeah, we can make it. Alright, so we are going to go through a heat storm right here. We've turned off the AC to make one hell of an ascent right after Ukiah.
Yeah,
we don't want to roll down the windows for the obviously air turbulence sound that you would hear, so I hope you guys appreciate this, what we're doing for you guys, our listeners, because we don't want to make a third file for you to have to open. So please appreciate that, and for that, I say take 5 drinks.
Hey, I agree.
Scoring at home. And
since we're suffering, you should suffer too. So take extra drinks. If you're doing the hour of power with us, which is kind of turning more into a 90-minute of power, probably.
We're 4 minutes away from the hour. We'll stop then, and if we think of some more stuff to...
Yeah, we could always come back for another one, or
Absolutely.
maybe come back on Sunday and we could do kind of a recap of the
trip.
Portland Beer Fest. Yeah.
That's right. So you guys will never know the difference because they'll all be uploaded at the same time. So you naive little bastards.
Exactly. Which I'm definitely thinking. I've been enjoying the... oh, wow.
Wallowa Whitman National Forest. Hello.
I've been enjoying the talking, the drinking, and all that kind of stuff that we've been doing a little bit on this trip. I definitely say we do that on Sunday on the way back too. I mean,
think so.
we're normally good when we do a Century Club on a Sunday. We should be good with the little bit that we've had to drink today. I'm really hoping for a downhill after this uphill.
It's gonna level out here really soon, so
yeah.
As it is getting quite toasty in this car quite quickly. Again, I hope you guys appreciate this, you bastards.
Well, we could always just take your shirt off, and then that would also help not only our ratings, even though we're not videotaping.
Matthew, you can describe my nipples to everybody out there.
I could. They're surprisingly a little small. I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they're not ugly
diamonds
small.
when it's cold outside.
Excellent.
Scanning.
Almost there. Ooh, up to 4,000 RPM again. Come on, Jeep.
All right, we're passing. We're coming up on Camilla and Spring Creek Road at mile marker 248. For those of you keeping track on your GPS at home, see that could be a fun thing if you have been to somewhere that we announce on our trip. Take a drink.
Yes, even if you just stop there for gas.
Yes.
Because I mean, everyone, if they've taken this road, most people stop at LeGrand for gas.
Absolutely.
Oh yes, there we go. Now we get the air conditioning on.
Hot damn, this is my jam. All right. Well, let's see. Matthew, any closing thoughts that you would like to say?
Closing thoughts. I'm very excited for the Portland Beer Fest. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Any beers you're looking to try?
I don't know who's going to show up there. I think that trying at places like this, a lot of people go for the IPAs, and I'm just not a huge IPA fan, you know?
Here to that.
It's like, I think that they get very strong. The hop flavor is what a lot of people look for, but I think that in some of the IPAs, they just get too strong.
They do.
And yet that's what some people look for. That's not me. I mean, I'm not a snob. I also have a lot of the IPAs. I don't mind that much, but, you know, it's definitely not my favorite. I'm definitely going to go for a lot more of, like, the ambers, some of the other darker ones.
Porters.
Exactly. The darker ones that don't get to the IPA standard. I'm going to be fine with that. I'm going to be fine with those kinds. The Hefeweizens are also very good. They have a very unique taste to them. A lot of girls like them because they're not as strong beer flavored.
A little more fruity, kind of. Some of them have some fruit or have a fruitier flavor. So
exactly, but I think that that's a nice little refreshing taste. They have those commercials now about the Mike's Hard Lemonade. It was like, oh, I'm not gonna have a beer. I'm gonna prefer to, change things up a little bit. Oh, big uphill. This is a good spot to stop. All right, final thoughts for you.
I'm really excited for the weekend. It's going to be an awesome trip. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to writing about it and posting on BoiseBarGuide.com. Excuse me. I'm excited for our new adventure to come out soon. Hopefully that will happen in the next month or so. Look for that. We'll keep you guys updated. Meanwhile, check out BoiseBarGuide.com for all your bar hopping needs. And thank you for tuning in. If you listen to us do all